Hello. 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 Sounded weird, did that? I'm Zaraganat. Welcome to my studio. And to the channel. And now I can't see you. Not that I could see you before, but you never know. I'm looking down the camera. You never know what might be able to see down the camera. The main thing is probably the image sensor, but it's so tiny, I'm not sure I could. Anyway. Okay, that's a new item. Hello, welcome. That's what I just said. I'm repeating myself. Which kind of completely thrown me. So, Pyrography. Cooking cards. Let's cook this one some more. And I'm looking at it and going, what was I going to do? Oh yes. I was going to do that. So we'll do that. You've no idea what that is, but I do. Which is the main point, of course. So, oh, that's sneaky, but I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Right. I partly talk to myself a lot like that when I'm not streaming, so it's nothing unusual, but it doesn't help you understand what I was talking about. I am just vocalising the responses of me talking to myself in my head. Kinda sounds a little bit better than talking to myself out loud. Although you could say that's what I'm doing now. But I'm not holding a conversation with myself at this point. Right. It has been a busy day. It has been a busy day. It's been a busy day and a very busy day and a very busy evening, which is why I'm a bit late starting. But hopefully you don't mind. So what I'm going to do is yeah, something. I'm going to do, I don't know, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Ah, right, yes. Good. Talking to myself again, you see. At least I know what I'm talking about. Like that, we do that, we'll go around there. About that, and we'll get that far. Right. All of that is just me deciding what I'm going to do. And I still haven't set that fan up. I wonder. How about some live modification? Where's that fan? Of course I can't see what I'm wearing when I'm wearing these glasses. I've got a fan. Where's that fan? Well, yes. A fan. I have a fan. And then we're talking about the different contexts of what you mean by a fan, of course. Oh, there it is. Silverstone fan. This came out of a PC when I replaced them with cyclones, hurricanes, something, I don't know. So I've got a power supply over there. I'm gonna just do something, which is stick the wires in the end of the socket. Let's see if we can make this spin. And are those wires that are there long enough to reach? You have no idea what I'm doing, of course. But, so one of these is positive, one of these is negative, that's negative. Bend it slightly, so I'm busy working off here. Normally I wouldn't do this sort of thing. Well, normally I would do this sort of thing, but not for very long. I'd probably cut the connector off and do it properly, but Okay, now that power supply isn't actually plugged in, I don't think. Where's his power plug? Down there. Okay. That's a new socket. Right. Turn the power on. We're at 5 volts. Not enough to spin the fan. Okay. You're not going to spin at all? Nope. No, it won't. Yeah. That makes sense. Guess what? Oh, of course, it's a 12 volt fan. Colour coding. When the volt, when you colour code these wires, yellow is 12 volts. You going to spin now? Yeah, you are. Come on. That's blowing that way, so what I'll do is just put this there. Well, I'll try and put that there. Okay, you've got a wire. There we go. Right, so what I've got now is a fan. I've got my own fan. The one and only fan for this channel. I'm feeling in a bit of a daft mood, I'm guessing. Let's see how that does. Health and safety and all that sort of stuff. Let's get rid of the vapour. Push it that way. Not sure it's necessarily a good idea to push it that way, but that's the way it's going. See whether it works. Get rid of that hair. I do not want to heat that hair up. Hey, it's working. It's working! I can see the vapour being drawn that way. It's a nice low speed fan, so it's doing next to nothing in terms of revs. I'm not hearing it. It's not a gale. It's not a Fred either, but anyway. Might need a little bit more. Yeah, let's turn the voltage up at that a little bit more. Let's see what we need it to be now. What's it at now? That's about 8 volts. That probably means it won't run off a 5 volt converter, 5 volt power supply, but I don't really want to have the big power supply out just to run a little tiny fan. These needy fans. Maybe I'll blow it the other way. We shall see. The idea is mainly not to get this blowing in, the vapour coming up into my face. So if 90% of it goes that way, that's fine. Camera's in the way. Yeah, I guess I'm in a slightly silly mood. I don't know why. Probably, well, I was going to say I've been looking at numbers all day and codes and in meetings and all sorts of things. Coming home and then start working on tax. Oh dear. That's probably what's making me somewhat silly, is having been so extremely serious all day. I get the opportunity now not to be. Hello, Junior. He was laid on Lady Zara earlier, and then when she got up, he laid in her seat, because she always sits in the same seat, and she didn't want to disturb him. He's come in here now. You can't. It's not. Hello. You want to say hello to the stream? Let me pick you up and let you say hello to the stream before you go to sleep. Yeah. Here we go. Oh dear, he's clinging on. He's clinging on, aren't you? This is Junior. Junior the pussycat. He's clinging onto my shoulder. He's the only one. I'm the only one who'll let me pick him up like this. Lady Zara can pick him up and hold him, but not like this. I guess he just feels safer with me. This fellow was a feral pussycat before he moved in of his own accord. And even when he moved in, you would not have dared to do this at all. I wouldn't have dared get this close to him. You had to ask his permission to stroke him. He still leaves hairs all over the place. He's currently digging his claws in my shoulder. Yeah. Hello. And he's purring. I would not have put my face that close to him. He would have bitten my nose probably, and possibly even scratched it. He's mellowed quite a lot, haven't you? In the past year, 18 months. He's gone, even 18 months ago, you still were wary of him. And I would not have picked him up like this. Shall we put you down now? Let's put you down. And then carry back on with this, with my streaming. There you go. Let go of my shirt. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he's gone from a sort of a dangerous pussycat to quite a mellow pussycat. It's quite a if you knew him, shall we say, those of us that knew him, yeah, that's quite a considerable change. He molts though. I've got hair on my face and all over the pyrography, but just the small tiny cat hairs, the ones that make you go, nah, I can't get rid of it. Reminds me, I must check if the voice is in sync with the audio. Having been spending some time uploading videos, I noticed in my really older ones that the audio is not synchronized to the face cam. Don't know how I missed that, but I am now uploading videos a lot faster. So if you are interested in seeing any of the old archive, they're going up a lot faster. I think I did 20 gigabytes yesterday. I've done probably close to 30 today. It's a good job I've got a fairly decent upload, because working from home, I use the internet, and I use the internet for telephony as well. And without that decent upload, I will be struggling to work. Oh well, I would be, but there again, I've got 2 internet connections, so I guess if that became an issue, I would just switch my work onto the other connection. Yeah, I really ought to. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I really ought to get a router or another router, and route the two connections. That way I can have them both live at the same time, or even load balance them. Actually, what I was just thinking about then was that I kind of needed to get a wire speed router, but I don't. Wire speed being 1 gigabit LAN, which is what we've got here in the house. But of course, it doesn't matter if I've got a gigabit LAN. I don't have a gigabit internet. It's 50 meg, 500. No, 50 megabits. Oh, you're putting my 3D printer box. Okay. Yeah, 50, 60 megabits down and 20 megabits up. So that's as fast as I need a router to work at. So I could probably do that with, I can do it with a Pi. But if I got some of the miniature, I suppose I could reprogram a LAN switch as well. But to do routing LAN, it'd be actually good to put a router on a stick as well, because I can run virtual LANs. So it would be good to be able to put a router on a stick. Could run a virtual router on a virtual machine, but I don't like. Well, I suppose if I do it through VLANs, I can do that, but it's a bit of a complicated setup. It would be better just to have a straight router. I thought of a pure load balancer. Yeah, trouble with the... Yeah. Hey, here I am designing my LAN on stream, thinking there that actually a straight load balancer wouldn't do the job, because the outbound firewalls would have a problem, because they wouldn't necessarily see the initiation. No, that should work, because the load balancer should be intelligent enough to handle the stream. Okay. Yeah, well, job for one day. I have two internet connections, a high speed one and a low speed one. The low speed one sits connected, and if the high speed router fails, then the low speed router will take over. It won't if the line fails, but can't have everything. Not without paying more money. But I can maybe work that out in the future, especially if I put a load balancer in the way or some form of router. Then the router, I can run a routing protocol.
Listen.
I think it's years since I've played about with LANs at that level. Oh, nobody's watching tonight. I'm doing this all by myself. Oh well. If you are watching and my little machine that's next to me is not telling me very accurately, as it often doesn't, welcome to the studio, welcome to the stream. Kind of a play on words studio. It's an art studio, which happens to be a TV studio. Well, yeah. So, play on words, but I kind of like that play on words. I'm doing pyrography, the science of cooking wood. Because that's what I'm doing, I'm cooking it. I'm spot cooking it, a bit like spot welding, but without the sparks. So, I know people describe it as wood burning. I don't see the flames myself. Of course, they might be able to see flames, but there again you can have people that can see all sorts of things. Especially stuff that isn't there. But besides that, this is cooking. The stuff that you see coming off is not smoke. It's, I was about to say wood vapour. You're watching. Hello there, Wolfie. Good evening, welcome. You must be the one that it's saying. I thought that was my own monitor, but you must be the one that it's saying. Welcome to the studio this evening. And how is world domination this evening? I can't forget now, can I? I cannot forget anymore. I don't know if you saw the start. You may have missed the impromptu setting up a fan. I have a fan. Do you know I've got a fan? It's there. It's a 5 1/4 one. Yeah, it is 5 1/4. Worked all day. You've got the best job ever. Yes, you told me about this best job ever. You get to sit there watching Netflix videos. I'm not sure I'd bother. I'd probably watch YouTube videos or Twitch videos. Netflix, I'm not so bothered about watching the films these days. Odd one I might want to watch, but I can do without it. Too much other fun stuff to do to watch Netflix. Talking of videos, the ones I've just started uploading are of Punchcraft. When we did the Blue Mallard World Land Speed Record holder for a Steam engine. You were playing with your old girl. Okay, well, that's fine. No problem. Not a problem at all. You've seen all of them. You've watched all of them. Blimey, you watch things fast. Having seen the uploads and watched them, not quite the same thing though. Actually, quite a few people have. Now in your feed, that's lost me. Oh, yeah. Oh, your Twitter feed. Yeah, well, that's Twitter for you. Actually, that's YouTube for you, tweeting the things out. So you can see how many I'm getting through uploading now. I don't know how many I'm down to now. I think I'm now around about the 300, below the 300 mark to upload in your YouTube feed. Yeah, I've about another 20 to add to it tonight, and I think what I'm going to do is upload about another 20 or 30 overnight, and see if I can get through them all a little bit quicker than 1 or 2 a night. I mean, after all, you were making fun of me the other night about, you know, how long it would be before I was up to date. So I'm actually starting to get some of the views now are from people that are being referred, you know, the right hand side stuff, the associated, when you watch something it shows down the right hand side. You know, others you may like, there are starting to be some people that watch through that as well. Well, I tell you what, I kind of want to get them up. Well, I do want to get them all uploaded. Once they're all uploaded, then it's easier to maintain because I can then just add them on a daily basis, and I actually get Twitch to do it rather than me having to do it. Then all I need to do is just add the tags and things. But then I can do other things like you know, create proper YouTube videos for things like, you know, in quotes, how to How to pyrograph. What's the word? Doesn't sound right, how to pyrograph. But how to do pyrography. That sounds better. Glass engraving. All the sort of stuff that when I was trying to do it and I was looking for, I couldn't find. So those that sort of just explain it rather than telling you you must do it this way or else the big monster will come out and eat you up. It becomes more possible once all that stuff's uploaded. I mean, at the moment I don't have enough bandwidth to do much. You know, the guys goes overboard. I'm kind of feeling overboard tonight. And I'm only drinking tea. I've not had any alcohol. I've not been drinking coffee, although coffee makes me sleepy. I always used to drink a pint of coffee in bed. That was a long time ago, mind. I haven't done that for a while, but yeah, I used to do that before I went to sleep. And I'd just go, coffee doesn't have that effect on me. You have automating and you have what the guys are doing. Alright. Yeah, I'm somewhat animated tonight. I don't go like this when I've had anything to drink. I tend to go sleepy when I've had anything to drink, so that's not it. I also tend to go sleepy when I'm tired, but that's more natural. Yeah, somewhat like that. Best of 5. Okay, yeah. Well, I think it's funny. I do. I think it's funny. I've got you. You'll be famous, you say. Told you, world domination. You're on the path. Take over YouTube and upload all these viral videos. Actually, what you really want is a minor viral video, so you've got enough views that you can then monetize the viral video when you upload it. That way then you can make a lot of money. Well, this pen is turned up quite a bit, relatively speaking, and it is not heating this wood very much. Either I'm just so that I'm just not slowing down enough, which is probably quite likely. Yeah. Just making sure I'm not about to make a mistake. That camera does get in the way. What I could do with is a camera, this camera, which actually had a zoom lens on it, so that I could actually put it higher up. Because I keep banging my head on it and it keeps getting in my way. Yeah, don't worry. You get that video rendered and get it up there. I know that can be hard on machines. This machine that's doing the broadcasting, I used to render videos for DVD on it. And it's a good few years old now, is this machine. It's got a Core i7 in it. It's only running at 2.4 gigs. And at stock like that, it would render just slightly over real time, which wasn't bad for DVD quality. And I could overclock it to 4 or 5 gigs if I really wanted to. That kind of speeded things up quite a bit, but not actually as much as you'd have thought. Probably because the disk would have been the bottleneck, I suspect. But I don't run it to overclocks much. Yeah. Well, that's... How can you... Okay. Misalignment of terms. When you say you edit it, I kind of expect that means that you've produced a video out of the end of it, which means you've rendered it. You possibly mean something different, because I suppose you can edit something without actually doing any of the... So like you set up all the edits and you can watch the preview, but you don't actually edit anything. But you could mean something completely different by editing and rendering. Because even if you sort of save the output as a... Well, I don't know, YouTube accepts quite a lot of different formats. One thing I spent ages looking for at one time when I was doing a lot of video editing to DVD was looking for a piece of software that would actually cut a video file without re-rendering it, because that's a pain in the neck. And if you could, a lot of video formats, technically you can do that. You just read the video stream and you can just sort of stop the stream at any particular point, so you can read the stream into another file, stop it, write the closure, and then you can even rewrite the iframe interval into a new file for what's left of it. And that makes editing like that extremely fast, rather than having to re-render the whole video, which is what most things do. Yeah, I kind of, yeah. So it is what I thought. You sort of done, yeah. You did all the editing in the editing tool, and you could watch the preview, but you didn't actually write the result out as a video file. Yeah. I was about to say, it sounds like a lot of hard work not to then render it out, but of course that can take an amount of time where you might not have that available. And we carry on all the way up there to the tail. Yeah, watch the spikes, but that's the wing. Yeah, that's the wing, not the tail. Ah, okay. Alright, down. Okay. So around there. Now let's do this the easy way. Look at this upside down. Not as easy to see when it's upside down. So why don't I turn it the right way up? Then I can see it the same way. So yeah, that's that. That goes across there like that. We go up there, across there. That comes down like that. We're going to come down to about there, like so. Down there. That's about like that, and like that. So a bit like that, and yeah, just a sort of a spiky sort of thing there, and yeah, that'll do. Right, that's the outline. 3177, because I can't pronounce the first bit of it. Thank you very much. Yeah, you don't have school or a real job. You and your job. Maybe you ought to take up playing League professionally. Make that your job. You know, actually, 3177. I kind of just realised I missed my. It's a long time. But I just realised I missed the usual joke I make when somebody says this is pretty cool. Because usually I say, no, it's actually quite hot. Pyrography. Heat. Cooking wood with heat. Sorry. So it's a silly sort of thing, but... Okay, Will, thank you very much. If you prefer that to 3177, that's fine. It's because I can't pronounce WJL. I'm not quite sure even how you would go about pronouncing WJL, but it will, if that's okay with you, that'll be fine. Thank you very much. Listen. Thank you. I actually find it really relaxing, which is partly why I do it, but it's an interesting craft. Hopefully you don't mind seeing pictures upside down, because it's easiest to do some things upside down. Right, yep. I talk to myself a lot as well. Not that streaming isn't always talking to yourself, but I actually literally talk to myself. Let's see if I made that a bit darker. this really wants to be quite black. If I can't actually make it black. I don't want to make it black, but it does want to be darker. And that heat gets to you after a while. It's a bit like holding your finger over a candle. No, actually I don't. I never have played it well. Super Speedy, who's in the stream, he's an expert player. He tries to make out he's a novice, but he goes around beating people with a apparently not so good deck, and plays against people that have got really good decks and beats them. He's been trying to sort of explain. He say, "I told you to tell you he was a noob." He has tried to explain some of the rules to me, but to be honest, it kind of goes over my head. He can't resist boasting after a little while. I must admit, I've watched people play and I sort of start to understand what's going on, but I you know, to actually understand it, I guess I would actually have to learn how to play, and unfortunately there isn't I don't have that much sort of spare time at the moment. Streaming takes up a fair bit of it, and then of the evening, and then it becomes a case of play a game or stream, and I see you understand. Not sure I do, but I see you understand. You'll regret telling me before long, Wolfie. Okay, well, I may well take a look at it one day. It's just at the moment, as I say, it's it's not a full-time job, but with my full-time job coming home streaming, I will stream until at least 9 o'clock at night, and then I've got a small amount of time to do other housekeeping tasks, including things like social media posting and keeping the shop up to date and stuff like that. I don't really have a lot of time, but just in case you want to post that link to the video, Wolfie. Yeah, but it might have been under. I don't know whether you are under this name or Wolfie, or because you probably were from before, but I'm not sure. But that's just in case. I'd have to log into Moobot to check. actually, I will do that. After the stream, I'll check and see if Super Speed is in there. Yeah, you give me a job to do. I'm gonna be careful, or I might make you do it. Here I am helping to promote your videos and you're trying to make fun of me. Yeah. I like streaming. I like interaction like this. It suits my sense of humour. Yeah, it's me that's making fun. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. So, what would I describe that as? Ah, never mind. It's just fun all round. It's fun. Let's enjoy the stream. You have not offended me if you were worrying about that. If you can make fun of me and do it successfully, that's fine. Because if it's good, I'll laugh as well. If it's bad, I might just ban you, but that's something else. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That track sounds like somebody's playing it backwards. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over this again. I think make it darker. Just to be a little bit darker. I want it to be quite close. I want it to sort of look blackish. Just in certain positions of holding the pen, you get the heat that travels up the convection off the tip. It just always tends to travel up here because what happens is your hand is warm, so it causes air to rise, which means it draws air in, and so the hot air from here tends to drift towards your fingers, even though it appears to be quite a distance away. It drifts over here and up, and especially this part of your fingers here get quite hot sometimes, just like you're holding them over a candle, and it's sort of not hot enough to burn, it just gets uncomfortable. Because you wouldn't leave them there long enough to burn. As I was thinking the other night, it's kind of a strange thing. You talk about burning your hand, which is, you've applied a bit too much heat, you've touched something really hot, and yet I describe this as, what I'm doing here, as not burning wood. Same word, different meanings, in a way. I talk about this as cooking wood, because that's effectively what it is, and yet I don't really talk about cooking my fingers. I'd say they get burnt. Weird is language. And yet we all understand what when you understand the language, we understand what we mean by the, more or less, often, usually, sometimes, mean by the same things. He says, thinking of all the times when utter confusion has occurred by two people thinking they meant the same thing by two different... No, meaning thinking that they were... Oh... Relax. Start that sentence again. I might make more sense. Two people thinking completely different things because they understood the same term to mean something different. And the whole point of that was something that I've completely forgotten. So we'll forget about that and move on. Go back to doing some pyrographies, Aragon. That's what you're here for. That's what these people are here for. Now I am talking to myself. It's a weird night tonight. You know what, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time with this pen. I'm turning it up to 8. It's about the highest I've ever had this pen is 8. Although the machine only goes up to 10, so... That's an old reference. Oh, it's an old take on an old reference. And just for those of you who might be wondering just what I was on about with that reference, there is although I don't remember the details, it is a true story about the music industry, or rather the rock band industry. And there's a company called Marshall Amps, or Marshall, that make Marshall amps, and a lot of musicians would evangelize about their amplifiers. Next best thing to sliced bread, because they had to be better than the other amps that were on the market. They had to be louder because Marshall amps went up to 11. They had 11 on their volume dial. Of course, that's where they had just twisted it all the way from 0 to 11, and they left it there for the lifetime of the amplifier. But it went up to 11, so it had to be louder and better than everybody else. And of course, whilst I don't quite not sure whether it was purely a marketing thing that somebody thought of, but the story goes that the only reason it goes to 11 is because the numbers just laid out more evenly when they were odd. And so they had a choice of 9 or 11 when they laid them out around the dial, and 11 fitted better than 9 because they preferred the odd number, because it starts at 0 as well, so 11 is actually 12. They've been sort of famous for the fact that their amps go up to 11. Because it's full volume, and full volume is full volume, doesn't matter what the number is, but that's... So the reference to this machine only going up to 10 is a take on that. It can't be as good as one that goes up to 11. There you go, history as well. You get history on this channel. Not only do you get pyrography and wood carving and scraperboard and engraving and punchcraft and all these other things, you get silly conversations about nothing, and even semi-intelligent ones about amplifiers. You get to learn all sorts of weird facts. The only thing you don't get to learn, or you don't get on this channel, is me telling you, this is the only way you can do something. I just tell you that this is how I'm doing it. You can make up your own mind if you have a go, eh? And if anybody wants to have a go at it, if you have any interest in electronics and you do your own soldering, you can use a soldering iron to do this, although I would recommend that you actually use a different tip on it, but you can use a soldering iron. Eat more chips! Hello! That's nice to see you again. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in quite a while now. Now this is a bit too hot, at least in this section of wood. Can't actually set this wood on fire with this tool. It doesn't go that hot, but that's a little bit too hot. Hello. You've been away a long time. What have you been up to? Yeah, now I've got to get a spike looking thing in there. Just like that. Just like that. I can't do that accent. Oh, that's a pity. Sorry to hear that. That's not a nice thing to happen. Was it a while ago, or has it just been recent? Oh, my apologies. You actually said that just recently. So yeah, I'm very sorry. Cats are special. I've got Junior is asleep underneath the desk here. So he's actually in my box of 3D printer parts, so I'm not going to disturb him. But 20. That's an old lady. That's sad. Wish they'd go on as older than we do at times. Was she? I can't actually remember eating more chips. Was she your only cat, or do you have more than one? Now I will turn this back down for this next bit just because I'm trying to do a fine line, a fine-ish line. Yeah. It is kind of nice to be with them at the end. Well, when the time's right, you ought to think about giving a home to a new one. One of the worst bits about having a cat live with you. And I'm sure it's the same for people who like dogs as well. Yeah. They become a member of the family. Two of ours are getting to be old men. Don't actually remember how old Junior and Felix are, but they are the oldest of the two. Well, I guess about the only other thing I can say, eat more chips, is may you always remember them. Oh, that's nice of him. This Muffin wasn't one of our cats, but this was a cat that a relative had, and fortunately neither the cat nor the relative are with us, which is why I've got the plaque back here. But it was something that was done for a cat. It's a while ago now. We'll eat more chips. Both the cat and the relative. Quite a gentle cat was that one. It would. It used to enjoy eating fish sticks in the UK. I don't know what they actually are, sort of fish meat, but it would very gently take it from your fingers, making sure it didn't bite you or anything. And it'd be tentative about doing it and making sure that it didn't bite you. It's quite a gentle cat. Muffin. I think his full name was Tigger Muffin, because he looked a bit like Tigger the cat. Tigger the tiger, yeah, from Pooh, yeah, the Pooh stories. Fine line around there. Yeah. No, that's not too bad anyway. Okay. This is what I'm doing. I have to do some really fine work. Because I'm trying to get in amongst the claws and the body of this dragon that's sat here on top of this frame. I've done better than I was expecting. That's not something I can say of Junior down here. I think you know the story. Eat More Chips. Junior was a feral cat. He moved in a long time ago now. It took him 2 years to be comfortable. He came in through an open door and would go out that same way. And he didn't like it if you closed the door behind him. He would sort of huff and make a weird sort of noise. But he used to come in and sit and watch television. Didn't eat food for a while, but just come in and watch the television. You made any sort of move and he shot straight out the door. And our other cats didn't actually mind him being there. And after probably about a year, I think Lady Zara managed to be able to feed him, to put him some food down, and he'd come and eat that. And he was. You still couldn't get anywhere near him. You made any sort of move and he was off. Then after 2 years he disappeared for about a week. And they didn't see him, and then when turns out afterwards he'd been neutered, been caught and neutered and then re-released. But after that 2 week period he turned up on the doorstep meowing. Lady Zara said he was meowing constantly for about half an hour, just chuntering away. Just like he was talking and telling a long story. She opened and she had the door open, and after this real long story, he came in, sat down, and basically moved in on that day. Didn't he came back every day then and used the cat door, and he had food, but you still couldn't get too near him. You always had to ask his permission to stroke him. You had to put your hand in front of his face, sort of, let's say in front of his face, sort of like a foot or so away from the front of his face, and watch him. And if he didn't want you to stroke him, you moved your hand really fast because he'd lash out at you with his claws. But if he was happy for you to stroke him, he'd just dip his head. And then you could stroke him and he was quite happy for a bit to watch him, because all of a sudden he'd just lash out with both teeth and claws. And he was like that for a long time, and it's about a year ago now where we moved to where we are now in this new studio, and since we moved into here it's been a lot mellower. Cat this evening I was picking him up, he was on my shoulder, or up the front of me, and a year ago I would not have dared do that. My face was too close to him. He would have bitten my nose and things like that. Now you can can't quite do anything to him, but you can pick him up, you can stroke him, you can rub your face against him, and he doesn't mind. Yeah. And he's completely the other way. You have to get permission. Yeah. You do occasionally with Junior still now, but he actually doesn't mind you sort of stroke him. I guess probably the best description of it is, provided he's senior. Because if you kind of sneak up on him sometimes, he will just react without sort of thinking. But yeah, so yes, he's one. Our other cats have, I was going to say, other cats have never scratched. Theo's the kitten. He's now just over a year old. He still puts his claws in and doesn't actually bite. He will put his teeth on you, but it's just kind of closing his teeth on you, and then he lets go. Although he does do a weird thing. I don't know if you've ever watched a cat washing itself. You know, sometimes they sort of nibble on the fur. When you pick Theo up, if he's close enough to your face, for some reason he'll do it on your face. I don't know if it's because I've got a little bit of a hair. I don't have anything like a beard, and I don't need to shave, but he will sort of do that same sort of thing. It's a real weird sensation as well. So not quite nibbling at you, but yeah. Well, with Theo, you can pick him up, you turn him over, you lay him on his back, and he still reacts kitten-like and starts to fall asleep. But you can turn him upside down and. Oh, that's not good, Wolfie. I don't like things randomly downloading themselves. Yeah. Can't remember where I was, but I saw that happen on my PC once, and a couple of months ago. Since then, I've been getting spam messages, but I cannot even. Through the firewall logs, I can't actually. I think it's just coincidence, but I can't actually find anything that transmitted my email address, nor actually transmitted anything. But I don't think I had a virus from it. But it's clean, and so there was nothing. I still don't know what it downloaded, because I couldn't see that in the firewall logs. I suspect Emo Chips has been around a little bit longer than you have, Wolfie. I don't think you've been in the stream since I started streaming again. Since April. But yes, Emo Chips was around back in 2015, when fairly soon after the start. Yeah. Not in this one, Wolfie. Not in this streaming time, but he was around just for every stream. Oh, that's what I seem to remember. Eat more chips. So, what took you so long to come back? Or is it just a case there was nothing else interesting on tonight, so you thought you'd drop in? Okay. Well, it's certainly nice for the streamers to see people coming back and joining in and things like that. But you know, it's from my point of view, you know, just thank you that you dropped in. I mean, it is nice to see people again, but I certainly don't want you to feel like you have to be here to be regular or anything like that. But mind you, don't know if you've noticed to eat more chips at the top right. Have 2 buttons. Well, I think it's 2 buttons. I can't see it for myself. Yeah, that reminds me. I must put some more. I must put some more photographs onto Instagram. Oh, I hadn't read that comment, Wolfie. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. What you're going to be careful of, Eat More Chips, is Wolfie there he's bent on world domination. He's got this plan. I think it might have something to do with this game he's developing, but I'm not quite sure. I think he's got some other. So I think that's a red herring to distract people while he dominates via another means. That's what he keeps saying. Nobody knows. That's the most successful domination of the world ever, because nobody knows. He's the power behind everyone. Yeah, that's true. I remember that one. Yes. Yeah. You built it now. The only problem is you've got to leave them in the oven for 20 minutes first before they'll fight. I was about to say I had chips for my tea tonight, but I didn't actually. Tonight we had chips. Last night. Not tonight. Tonight was chicken wrap. Southern fried chicken wrap, indeed. So, southern fried chicken with a tortilla wrap. Some sour cream and Monterey cheese. Ow. So what do you think of the new stream setup then, Eat More Chips? Because you'll remember when I used to have a little tiny space on the desk. I could just about get this on. And now I've got a whole studio, but I've got a whole desk here. That's sort of 6 foot wide and it goes back a long way, and I can stand up. And you had hot dogs and wedges. That sounds. I haven't had a hot dog in ages. A true hot dog. It's when I've been out, the usual sort of hot, fairs and things with hot dogs. It tends to be sort of the German sausage these days, which the cooked sausage rather than hot dogs. Thank you very much. Yes, it's amazing to have so much. Yeah, it's been wonderful since we moved, and I've been able to have this. I mean, that's. You remember it used to be a tiny space with the computer in front of me. Now the computer's set over there. I must remember that you over there. And there's sort of a 6 foot desk over there, and another 6 foot desk just to the left of me there, and there's cupboards and drawers, and it's an amazing place. Dear. There's there's a couple of photographs on Facebook of the studio before it had anything in it, and the view out the window, and especially in winter, it's a picture postcard out there for winter. You're making a wish list of 30 plus games. You're going to spend hundreds of euros and play games for 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, more chips. Well, I'm going to say thank you for dropping in. I'm going to stop shortly anyway, so you won't miss much. But it's nice to see you again. It really is. Thank you very much for dropping in. And again, I'm sorry about the cat. It's a sad note, but hopefully you'll find something interesting to watch on Twitch. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Do you want to post it? Let me just permit you, because I can't actually remember whether you're allowed to. But if you would like to, oops, tab. If you'd like to post the link, you are welcome to do so to that stream. I'm not allowed to stop. Well, I've got the big red button that I can push, which says that's it. Yeah, if you were going to watch a stream dedicated to your cat, then you are quite welcome, if you would like to do so, to put the URL, put the link to the stream in chat, so other people can have a look if they want to do so as well. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's it's just there if you'd like to do that. So just for you, Wolfie, I will go on for a little bit longer. I've got about 25 videos to change all the names of and then pollute your Twitter feed with. Okay. If I get a chance to eat more chips, I'll drop in and have a look as well. I shall finish this little bit off that I'm doing down here and oh, sorry, YouTube feed. Well, it's a feed. I can remember when feeds used to be something completely different. He says, suddenly forgetting what they were. Forgotten what they were called now. Oh dear, never mind. So that particular story fell flat. Actually, will this tell me? He says, thinking, which would have button do I press on here? Because I can't press the Alt key, must be that one. No, oh, no, never mind. Google Chrome can read streams, but can read feeds, but I can't remember the name of the feed now. Feed types. That's back before when there were things like bulletin boards on the internet. Oh yes, yeah, the YouTube feed. I knew what you meant, but it just came to me that, of course, that's when you hit subscriptions, that's what shows up. Well, yeah. I was going to say at least the things on Twitter are shorter. You don't have the picture involved as well. Maybe. I don't know. I actually haven't. Yeah, never mind. Well, there will be somewhat more tonight, and probably as many tomorrow. So after this stream, you can think of me typing hundreds of tags. Actually, I'm copying and pasting most of them. Right, so that's that edge there. Okay. So just sharpen that edge up there, and then we'll fill in. Actually, turn this down. So I'll fill these shapes in here with this slightly goldeny brown colour. I'm starting to get used to this pen. I'm starting to do things in one pass. Which is quite nice. It means things progress a little bit faster. Let's do the same down this side here, and then all the way down to the bottom. Oh, there. A large part of this frame is now almost done, so next thing to work on is the dragonette, winged lizard, that's across there, and then the main outer frame, and don't know if I'll do anything around the outside itself, but we shall see about that. I'm going to do another little bit, and then of course we've got the inside. That looks not very nice. Let's just smooth that out a bit. Didn't see that. Right, so that's the background top of the card. So let's hold it at a bit of a different angle. So we're getting there. Hopefully that looks. Oh, you can see that it's a bit bright for the camera. The amount of wood is showing up as very white to the camera, but. So it's actually a little bit darker and there's a bit more contrast than the camera is showing. But we're doing quite well there. So a large proportion of this is actually sort of done. There's the in-between bits here, there's a jewel in the middle, there's a in-between bits here, the dragonette. The central image itself of the Shadowreaper Anduin, I guess. And then a frame around it, the frame card on the shield at the bottom. So we certainly will finish it by the end of this week, I think. That's going rather well. Then I have to decide what to do. So those of you who are watching that have an interest, think about what I might do next. Could potentially do another card or something else from a different game or something else entirely. I'm kind of enjoying the Pyrography. I couldn't think of the word at the moment, so I think I might do another one after this. And then we may move on to something else, but we shall see. So I think actually it's now 20 past. So I think that probably is enough for today. And so before I go, I'm going to point out the blue box down there at the bottom. I'm getting a little bit better at pointing at that. The big Zavaganart.com, of course, my own website, has a little bit of explanation about some of the PCs and some of the art forms, and all of them. There's not explanations for the jewellery, I don't think, but there is sort of some description of things on there. There's of course the social media sites that are on the side. Twitter, I do tweet when I go live, so you can always get to know about that even if you've not got Twitch loaded. And there is also Facebook there. And I do have Instagram. It would be Zavaganart as well, but there's not a lot on that. I will try and get some more of the photographs up there, things like this. And of course, kind of important in a way, is the shop there, zavaganart.etsy.com, where the jewellery, the chainmail, like this stuff, is available if you would like to buy some, either for yourself or as a present. I think there's some nice jewellery. The anodised aluminium is shiny, it stays shiny. That looks nice and shiny. That, by the way, is sterling silver. You can't buy sterling silver on the shop, but that kind of looked dull compared with that. And I've had both of these on exactly the same length of time. But anyway, that just needs sterling silver. You need to clean more frequently. Yeah, YouTube. That's the other one that's on there. Oh, as I mentioned, uploading the old archive. Lots of videos. It's going a lot faster now that I'm doing about 20 videos a day, as opposed to 2. But if you're someone like Super Speedy there, it does tend to fill your timeline up a bit. Yeah, so your feed up a bit. I promise that won't last forever. I only have about another 290 videos to upload. And so 10 to 20 a day. You can guess how long it's going to take, but I'm going to try and get them over as quickly as I can. And of course the final bit of, I'm advertising myself, so I might as well remind everybody about the 2 buttons up there. Got to be careful how I do that, don't I? Point with one finger. The follow me button, if you'd like to be notified on Twitch, see me in your Twitch stream, Twitch list of people you followed, and get notifications if you've turned it on. And of course a subscription there as well. If you'd like to contribute, if you'd like to consider at least contributing towards the stream, subscriptions will help out enormously with buying things like wood and tools and things which get used on the stream and produce all this 3/4 of a terabyte, 700 hours of video. And Wolfie, it's good if it lasts forever. Well, I'm making 1 video a night, 1.5 to 2 hours, so that will go on for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, it's not like YouTube as such where you can create a backlog. These are live broadcasts, so I can't easily create a backlog of live broadcasts. I can't travel in time. That would be useful at times. But what it will allow me to do once I've got caught up is potentially do some YouTube specific videos, which is kind of stuff which doesn't necessarily match or work well in a live broadcast because you're interacting in a live broadcast. So some of the sort of educational type content is better perhaps on YouTube, but we shall see. My broadcasting, I will hopefully be around tomorrow. From around, I tried to start somewhere between 7 PM and 8 PM UK Standard Time, that's Greenwich Mean Time at the moment, and go on till 9:30 depending on when we start and how things are going and stuff like that. So if you like to come back tomorrow, that would be fantastic. Follow me on Twitter or here on Twitch to get notification if you'd like it, or just drop in and say hello. And I think with that I'm going to say thank you for watching. Hope I'll see you on the next stream. Bye for now.